Boom, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brock Mayo. This is Stock Brock. The Fed rate cuts just hit 70% for the next two meetings. I found three small cap companies that could possibly explode, and this could be your biggest opportunity of 2025. So here's what changed. July rate cuts are now off the table. After that strong jobs report that came out today, September is looking a lot more likely for rate cuts to occur. Goldman Sachs just pulled forward their rate cut forecast to September, and the futures market are pricing in 64% probability of cuts starting then. What does that mean? Why are they being pulled forward to September? So basically, if rates are being cut, there has to be some sort of instability in the stock market. But the economy's running smooth. Unemployment was expected to rise. It did not. Jobs were strong. This is a strong economy right now. You only need to cut rates when there's some instability. So if unemployment rose for multiple months in a row, jobs number was weak, we would most likely be cutting in July. And these rate cuts are important for the small businesses to borrow at cheaper costs. So this is benefiting the larger companies, but once we start cutting those rates, that's why we want to find those small caps. And that's why you hear a lot of analysts talking about, hey, this is going to be small cap season once we start cutting rates. But here's the kicker. Powell himself confirmed the Fed would have already cut rates if it weren't for tariff concerns. With inflation data coming in softer than expected, economic growth slowing, we're looking at 50 basis points in cuts by year end, with more coming in 2026. Why does it matter? Small caps are the biggest beneficiaries of rate cuts. About 1/3 of Russell 2000 companies have floating rate debt, compared to 6% of the S&P 500 companies. When rates drop, their borrowing costs fall immediately. And that's why the larger companies are going to be investing no matter what. The smaller companies hold off on certain investments. And those rates dropping big time helps the smaller companies a lot more than the bigger companies. So yeah, guys, if you want to stay tuned for this is going to be a big opportunity. The strong jobs number does mean that there's a possibility that we're not cutting rates in July and August. But September is the meeting to watch. Thank you guys for watching today. Peace out.